and go to View Positioning, Superpose, and just line it up with that section view. All right, so let's double click and make that Plan Annotations view active. Now I'm going to place a drawing title. So I'm going to go on the lower right here, there's a Catalog Browser button. I want to click that. And I want to make sure that I'm set to the right catalog. So in this case, you should be set to under Project Standards, Startup, Catalogs, Drafting, Architectural Annotations. So this is the default catalog of annotations that are provided with Digital Project V1R4. So if we go under Reference, there should be an object listed there called Drawing Title. So we're going to double-click that Drawing Title object. And if you look in the view right now, you should see that it's being placed in the drawing. So whenever you have it in a location that you want to place it, just click. Now you pay attention because you want to click a second time. Right now it's asking if I want to set it at a different angle or different scale. I don't want to change any of that, so I'm going to click a second time, and that sets it in the view. So I can close the catalog that I had open there. And now I'm going to link. You'll see right now that there are these different text objects. I'm going to link this view with the view that we generated in the 3D model. So I'm going to go up to Window, Tile Vertically. And I'm going to select, just going to scroll down here until I see, okay, so here's my plan view under ANS Sheets, Sheet 1. So I'm going to go back to my drawing file, and I want to select this Link Ditto Text Template button. And this is basically going to link this text object with this view that we generated. So I click that button, click the text object, and then go over to the 3D view and click that view. And now if you look in the drawing file, it took the name, which I set to 1, so that's the first drawing. And it also took the scale, 1/8 scale, 1/8 equals a foot. So that automatically, and the last thing I just need to do is I can change the double click and change the drawing title to Plan. Now, if I want to do the same thing up here for the section, I just want to double click the section annotation view, make that active. I could go back to the catalog browser, but since I already have this object in my drawing, I can just copy it. In order to do that, I need to select this Instantiate 2D Component button. So it's over here just underneath the New View button. And I want to select the drawing title object. So you'll see that I now have like a fresh generic drawing title that's not linked to anything. And so now I can do the same thing I did before, tile vertically, do the Link Ditto Text Template button here up in the upper center, and then select the drawing title object and the section I cut in the 3D model. And right away you can see that it's automatically generating the title, and putting in the scale. And if I wanted to, I can just double-click the drawing title and make that section. If you want to see the drawing without all these frames, you can just click this button on the lower right, and that kind of switches off the frame so you can see a cleaner view of how the drawing. It's over here on the lower right. In order to move any of the views, you have to have that selected and be able to see the border of the drawing views. But if you just want to see an unobstructed view of the drawing, you can switch that off. I'll switch that back on. Go ahead and save this file since we've done. Say OK. Okay, so now let's say we want to create a custom annotation that is linked to the net volume of this slab. So first thing we need to do is we're going to set up basically our own custom annotation object, right? So we have a library or a catalog that we pulled from that has a lot of objects, but if we want to create our own, we go up to File, New, and create a new drawing. And we want this drawing to be the same standard as we're going to be using. So in this case, UDS. And the sheet style, it doesn't matter which paper size we use. Just make sure that it's set, the scale is set to full scale. So it really doesn't matter if it's Arch D or Arch C, but it needs to be set to 1:1 full scale. Click OK. Now automatically it's going to create a sheet 1, but we actually want to create a different type of sheet view. So if you look under the button that says New Sheet, there's an option to expand that. And the second option is called New Detail Sheet. We want to click that and create a detail sheet. All right, so right away it creates a sheet 2 and a 2D component. So I want to create some text. So I go over to my text tool object over here on the right, and click near the origin to create some new text. And I'm going to say slab name. So I want to indicate the name of the slab in the model, colon. And then holding down the control button, I'm going to press enter to get a new line. It takes me down one line. And then I also want to say slab volume, colon. So right now we just have the text, but we need to add these attributes to the text that we can link to the model. So I'm gonna highlight right after slab name, and if I mouse over the text object and right click, I should see two options here. The second option is what we want, insert link template. If I click that, it basically gives us a view of all the attribute dictionaries that are currently available. And those, basically, we want to set one of those from the attribute dictionary to link to our model. So I'm going to go under dictionary. I'm going to select standard. And I want my type to be set to feature. And under feature, the attribute